Hello YouTube, welcome back to my games of Kerbal Space Program. My name is SSJGazhan99 and this is the tutorial for noobs in the career mode. I am the ultimate noob at this game, as I've said before. I'm getting better at the game, so soon I might be able to call myself a noob. But today we're going to be looking at doing a couple of more missions to go to our stuff. Now a lot of these are revisit missions, like the LV909 and the radial mounts and solid fuel booster of the R10s. But we got this one here, which is new. This is the S1 SRB kd25k landed at Kerbal. We can do that one, so we're going to pick that one up right now. And the ones that I'm looking at doing at the moment is to try and get back into orbit. That's probably my next mission. And the three missions I'm probably going to do is probably get the science data, test the decoupler, and these two here in one mission if I can. So I'll see you guys as soon as I've got some testing and some rockets built. Yeah, so that shouldn't be too far away. See you soon. Hello YouTube, welcome back. Here we are. So this is the rocket that I've designed and built. I'm going to make a slight adjustment. I want to take that off. I want to take one of these off, and I also want to move one of these to there. And hopefully that'll do it. Let's take that off as well, actually. And I want to put that on. Oh, there we go. Save. Okay, right. Sorry about that. I've just made a quick adjustment to some of my flight maneuvering and stuff. Okay, right. So if you look up here, different stats on the Kerbal Engineer of how the ship will burn. This basically tells you that the ship is going to burn pretty slowly to start, but it will accelerate quite well. And this is basically all the other stuff that you need to know. Right. Okay. So this is how it's built. We've got the main separatrons right here. So they will decouple our big boosters. The boosters are set out in 2 and 2. So basically these two will fire. Then those two will fire after decoupling those two. And then once they're burnt out, you decouple them, and then the main engine, the LV's T45, I think it is, thrust vectoring will engage and be able to allow us to maneuver the ship a little bit more. This pretty much will get us into orbit. This whole bottom stage will get us 100% into orbit. Once we're in orbit, we pretty much we get to about. We want to be around about 90,000 meters orbit, pretty much all the way around. If we can get a 90,000 meter, we can do both testing there and then deorbit back to Kerbal and come back safe and sound. So far, I've actually failed, I think, 3 times doing this mission. This is the 3rd time I've had to redo the video. Just basically maneuvering. Unfortunately, this ship isn't exactly 100% stable. It does pull to one side or the other, which does get a bit. It gets a little bit hairy, as you can see. The center of lift is off to one side, so to say. So it's not 100% stable. So you have to kind of be mindful of that. You've seen the staging; that's pretty much all there. Set and ready to go. Let's save that and launch. Now, as always at launch, just press T to bring up your computer controls. So T, epic zoom, and bam, and away we go. Right. So first things first, I would definitely put these gears away. So you just click that button there. The gears will fold up. And that'll do. Now the reason I put 2 on there is just in case it causes any issues with like aerodynamics or anything like that. You know, it's just to make sure there's 2 on there so it's symmetrical and there's no way it can fail. Right, so T to bring up your SAS controls, throttles to maximum because you're going to pretty much want to burn at maximum as soon as you start. Keep an eye on your height as well. You've got to be careful with that because at some point you'll probably burn pretty heavy. So engage the engines. I should have 3, 2, 1, but whatever. But the first mission is definitely complete, and that is to test the solid fuel boosters while landed at Kerbal. So we'll close that. Now these will accelerate pretty slowly, so just be mindful of that. I think we are still pitching a little bit up, so it has actually just by changing what I had back here as basically made it so that we don't pitch nowhere near as much, because what was happening before is when I went into second stage, it would start to pitch real heavily to the north. So you're basically you're counter maneuvering the ship yourself manually, because the SAS module wasn't actually doing anything to correct it. So these will get us to about 3,500 meters. These are most of the time when these burn, they get me up to about 20,000 meters. So you've got to be really careful with these as well. They really accelerate you. Your apparatus literally shoot up to about 70,000 meters like that. So you've got to be really careful. Got to watch out for them as well. They get really strong. So let's have a look. See, it's starting to pitch already. You can see it's starting to pitch over a little bit to the north. So just counter pitch it. Bring it down. When we get to about 10,000 meters, again, you want to be turning almost immediately. You hit 10,000 meters, so we're starting to see. I'm now, as you can see down here, I'm basically countering the pitch problem that's going on right now. So basically, I'm watching for the meters. So we're coming up to about 10,000. I'm basically trying to counterbalance the ship, and then we start pitching right over. So you want to get right over, because this is starting to accelerate hard. Look at this, look. Watch those numbers. How quickly this starts to accelerate up. 20,000, we're at 14,000 meters, 24,000 meters. So you start turning right over, get over. As soon as this detaches, you've got full control of your ship, because you've got a thrust vector engine. Look, 40,000 meters already, 42, 46. Let's get right over 50, 60, 70. Let's engage. There we go. Now you've got full control over your ship now. So you want this going pretty much sideways now, because you don't want to go too high. You go too high, it'll be really hard to maneuver this ship. So $70,000. Get to about 85,000 meters, and then cut the engines, and then readjust from there. You could go to about 88 actually. Probably 88,000 meters is probably a better idea. I'll try it on this video, see how it goes. But I've been doing 85,000 and then readjusting your orbit from there. That's pretty much how I've been doing it. Right, so let's get right on the 90. Right on the 90, there we go. Right on the horizon. So 80, 70, 80. $81, that'll do. So I'm going to do this by hand, because I'm used to doing this by hand, right? So pretty much, I'll show you how this works. You want to chase the Apple axis all the way around. So pretty much how you do this is you get your system here. You get to around about, we'll come up to say 30 seconds in, when we'll start a burn towards the Apple axis, right? Okay, so 43, 42, 41. We're probably not as high as I'd like to be, but it's better than a sharp stick in the eye. So we get to here. So 30 seconds to go, and full engines. Right, so we want to basically chase this, and the way you chase it is that when you get too close, say 10 seconds, you want to rise your nose. So you want to basically press the A button to increase your upward thrust, and it will slow you down. So you want to counterbalance it by, say, 15 seconds, okay, 14, 13. So we rise our nose a little bit. We're heading towards the 45-degree angle, and we want to balance it probably there. There we go, 10 seconds. As you can see, we're standard at 10 seconds. If it goes any higher, just bring it up a little bit. 9 seconds. We're balancing at 9, 8 seconds. Oh, rise the nose a little bit more. We balance at 8. So we're basically just chasing the Apple axis all the way around. When it starts to go up, so say it goes up to T9, T10, you basically just press the D key to lower your nose a little bit towards the horizon, and that will counterbalance again, and start coming back towards you. There we go. As you can see, it's stopped. It's going up, so lower your nose a little bit more, and you'll see it will stop again in a second. So you just keep going. Keep lowering your nose. Wait for it to come back towards you again. And that's pretty much how you do it. Now you can use the maneuver nodes, but I find that the maneuver nodes put me off a little bit, because sometimes they'll give you like a figure, like say, oh, we you know, if you do it at this moment, at this point, you'll get this happening, and that doesn't always happen. So let me just lower my nose a little bit more. There we go. Let's just get right on the horizon. Now I want to burn a little bit more, to be honest. I want to get my... Whoa, that's too much. Miles too much, but whatever. I only wanted 90,000. So what we're going to do is... we could lower that now, to be honest. I've just got to bring the ship round. I've got a little bit too hard there, to be honest. Just a wee bit. So I'm just going to spin the ship around and slow us down a little bit. Bring this apoapsis down. I'll show you how to do that. Basically, you just want to burn retrograde. Keep an eye on the apoapsis as well. Whoa, that went way over what I thought it would. So let's bring this back. So as you can see, these are doing minor course adjustments all the time. So you just basically bring this back a little bit. You want to burn against the grain, so you want to burn retrograde, which is the marker with a cross, which is right here. So we just want to readjust there. There we go. Lovely. So I just basically want to burn and bring this down. So all I'm doing is just slight burn. There we go. We want to bring this down to about 91,000 meters. Is pretty much where we want this. So let's bring it down even more. Let's bring it down a bit more. So 97, 95. I'm just keeping an eye on this. 93, 92, 91, and there we go. That's lovely. Right there. The reason I've done that is because all of this testing needs to be done between these two figures. So between 83.2, 92.4, and 89.9 and 93.3. So that's where that testing needs to be done. So if we can get it done here by the apoapsis, we can also burn this back down to the planet and basically arrive on the other side as well. So we can pretty much do this one right now, because it's just a matter of detaching, I believe, the Rocamax brand booster. So let's press M to come back out. I can detach this now if I wanted to. Got tons and tons of fuel in this thing. So, yeah. So let's detach that. And that's that done. So that's nice and easily done. There's your quest complete. Now it's just a matter of following it into space. So there we go. We just need to get out to about here. Once we see that this is ready to roll, quite easy to do. All you got to do is wait for you to get to 89, 89, 90, and then we're set and ready to go for that one as well. So. It's just a waiting game now. Right, so let's just stay on the 90, because pretty much I'm going to do a counter burn in a second anyway. So we will get ready on these gears. I don't actually know the short key to do this. I could speed up time and do this, but I just want to get this complete and done, and then on to the next mission. So I don't want to miss my time. Do you know what I mean? So I've done it before where I've missed a burn time, and it's just like, oh man, I've just got someone stuck in space. So it's just definitely not a good thing. So we come up to our time now. I'm going to run a science experiment as well when we get into a certain point. So we're going to go. Come on, 89.9. Come on, up you go. And there we go. So test the gears, open them up, run test, and quest complete. Lights on! Lights on! Lights off. And then raise the gear. Okay, so science experiments. Let's observe the materials bay. We will save that. We will get hopefully a. Can I activate this one? Toggle display. Log temperature. We'll save that. We will actually just turn that off now. So toggle display off. So you don't want to use up too much battery power. We've got loads of battery power, but still. Right, we will get a crew report. We'll save that. It's always worth doing this. And we're going to go EVA. Hey there, Jebediah. How's it going, my old son? And we will save that, because that's 8 signs of goodness. We will right-click and take data. Right-click, store data. And then in you get, Jeb. Good boy. Okay, so we are pretty much set and ready to go. And return back to Kerbin. So what you want to do is you want to basically do pretty much what you did before, but you want to burn away from the apoapsis. So you do this, you get into a position, and then counter burn. We want to come down somewhere around here if we can. So where will that bring us down? I'd like to have landed by Kerbal Space Center, if I'm honest. But that'll do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to burn a little bit more. I actually want to land on land for once. Let's do that. I think that should bring us down somewhere around here. And then Jeb can get out and get a small sample. And then we're set and ready to go for some more science. Actually, are you going to be alright like that, Jeb? I think that'll bring you around here somewhere. I hope it does anyway. Because you've still got some slowing to do. Alright, so here we go. We are pretty much set and ready to go. What happens if... What about these landing gear? Let's have a look. Nah. No, that's a shame, because again, if I'd have put them in the right places, I might have been able to land on it, but they would have to have been sort of like here-ish, pointing downwards, so that we landed on the engine. So let's just get ourselves back and ready to go. Let's speed this up as well, Jeb. Oh, snap. Did I actually complete that mission? Hang on. Did I complete the mission? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Oh. Okay, so let's try it. Let's oh no, hang on. View stored data. Keep that. Let's transmit that. Done. There we go. Okay, sorted. Alright, phew. That saved me a bit of bother. Because I was thinking, hang on a minute, why isn't that completed? I just picked up scientific data from around Kerbin, so what's going on there? So that's complete that one pretty much. Just get your data, then at least send something back. So I think it actually wants you to transmit the data back, not just send it. Let's put the gears down. Might as well. So yeah, transmit it back. Don't just do what I just did there. So what have I actually got left here? Crew report. That's just junk. That don't need that. So let's get a crew report now. Reset experiment. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so let's speed this up because we're going to come down pretty quick. Whoa, 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 easy, 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 son, easy. Right. Off you go. Ta-da. Whoa! Oh yeah, I'm in speedy mode, didn't I? Yeah, that's why I'm moving around like an absolute turd. Alright, so that one's deployed. Hopefully, we will come down on land instead of in the sea, and that way I can actually get Jebediah out the damn vehicle, and we'll pick it up. Oh, whoa, 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 easy Jeb, easy son, easy. Let's bring you back down so I can actually control you a bit better. Easy Jebediah, easy son. That's it, boy. You're doing well, son. You're doing well. Pretty much where I wanted to be. And these are the missions that are pretty much going to take up most of your time. Is the ones that are getting you into space, landing around in different places on Kirby. And I'm going to start doing some space plane stuff so I can learn how to fly the planes in Kerbal Space Program. Because I have never actually flown a plane. I've built a few sort of temporary planes that kind of worked and kind of didn't work and stuff. But yeah, where are we coming down? Coming down into some sort of field somewhere. There's a bit of dirt over there somewhere. That's pretty decent. But yeah, so we're pretty much, I think, on the opposite side of the planet. I think. So let's have a quick butchers. Where is the Kerbal Space Center? We are literally on the opposite side of the planet. So let's bring this up. So we're coming down. Let's come down a bit faster. And there we are. And there we go. So we can come down nice and slow. And Jebediah's not going to get hurt. We're going to get a good idea on the spaceship. And we're coming down pretty fast. So 600 meters. We're down very, very shortly. So that was how you complete those missions. Again, the only real major stuff is to look out for is obviously when you go into your second stage is watch out for the pull on the ship, because it will pull you in one direction or another. Again, just counter pull. When you hit the 10,000 meter mark, just start turning your ship towards the east, which is your 90-degree angle, and start doing your gravity burn from there, or gravity turn from there. And then obviously once you get to about once you get into orbit, you want to basically adjust your orbit so that you can do all your missions at 83 to 90,000 meters. Obviously, get around about 90,000 meters will always be good because you're pretty much set and ready to go from there. Now, I'm just going to show you a few bits of science and how the science works in Kerbal Space Program. Now, what you can do is just right-click and go Crew Report. 1.5 science. Oh, is it 1.5? Yeah, 1.5 science. And it's basically telling you it's from the Kerbin's grasslands. So we'll keep that data. We're going to get Jebediah to get out of the ship, and we're going to do a EVA report. Again, it will tell you we're over the Kerbin grasslands. We're going to save that. So you basically just press down or the S key on the D-pad. Now, can you jump high enough to grab all of that? No, you can't. So Jebediah, you're stuck in the scenery, son. I'm sorry, boy. There we go. We'll just put you there. It's pretty muddy out there, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to click on you. We're going to go. Let's have a look. Let's go. Take a surface sample. So 9 if you recovered. Yep. Looks like dirt. There we go. So save, and then we're going to plant a flag. FUD in the ground. Lovely jubbly. Right. So we're going to call this site name Kerbin Grasslands, and in the plaque we're going to say Jeb was here in the 15, and then when we right click on this we say read the plaque. Jeb was here in the 15. And there we go. And that's that. So that's the end of this mission. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I helped you out on those ones there. That they're pretty easy to figure out and get done. But again, the ship that I built wasn't exactly perfect, but it does the job. So thank you very much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time.